Hello, I am trashy novel author William Shakespeare, and this is Board, Deck and Dice, and today we're doing another Dictionary Corner. Analysis paralysis? Analysis paralysis, or AP for short, is something that happens in games where there's lots of choices, or with gamers who are very strategic and want to apply that strategy even to the lightest of fare. So what will typically happen is it will come to their turn and they'll be so blinded with the choices and want to work out the absolute best thing for them to do that they'll play through all the possible options in their heads and take 20 years to do so. Thus the term analysis paralysis. Alpha Gamer! Look at the guns. Alpha gamers are typically gamers who take over the whole game. Now this usually can happen on co-op games where they tell everyone the best thing to do for their go, thus making it less of a team game and more of a solo effort. But it can also happen in strategy games as well, where they've just got an opinion for whatever move someone should make, and they make that opinion well known. Where I sometimes fall into this is when I'm teaching a game for the first time to someone and I try and help them with their moves, and I sometimes wonder if I'm kind of alpha gaming it a bit too much and should give them a bit more freedom to discover their own strategies and poor ways of doing things and good ways of doing things. And I bet you didn't think a serious point like that would come in one of these videos. Alpha Gamer! Me! Initiative. Some games have a mechanism called initiative, and this is usually represented by a number on a card or through some way of drawing, and it dictates turn order basically. So in the game Stellar Conflict, which I reviewed recently, the cards all have numbers in the top left hand corner, and the initiative works from lowest to highest. Sometimes it can work from highest to lowest, sometimes it can work from lowest to highest, and what you typically find is the better moves or the more powerful things happen further on or last. So you might want to play that really powerful move, but to do so you've got to wait for everyone else to have their turn first. That's initiative. Ameritrash or thematic versus Euro. Ameritrash/thematic is a term for games that are more about the theme than necessarily the mechanics. The Ameritrash term has become seen as slightly derogatory in recent days, years, months, decades, because not only do a lot of Ameritrash games not come from America, but it just has that kind of racial element as well. So the more polite and acceptable term is thematic games. So games that tend to not be too, not strategic's the wrong word, but they may have luck involved, they'll be heavy on theme, that sort of thing. Whereas Euro games are highly strategic, very mechanical, and there's very little room for luck. So a Euro game will have elements that you can plan and prepare for difficult choices to make. And it's not to say that these things don't occur and there's a bit of crossover, and I think the lines are becoming more and more blurred these days, but that is the kind of basic division as I've seen it. Like I said, I haven't looked these terms up, but as I've seen it, thematic, more big, loud. You might be King of Tokyo, for example. It's all about rolling luck and smashing things. And Euro games where you're more about the planning and you can negate luck if there is any, you can get around it that way. So that is thematic and Euro games. Well, I've been William Shakespeare, author of trashy novels, and you've been watching Board, Deck and Dice's Dictionary Corner. If you'd like to see us attempt to define any other words incorrectly, please let me know.